want me to do, I said, you got to give me a sign. And I prayed so earnestly. I sat at Mission Bay Park and I prayed, and I was sitting there with my Bible, and I sat there with my notepad because I was expecting God to speak to me. And this was about a year ago. And I said, God, if you want this to happen, you got to give me a sign. And I was at the point in my life where I said, you know what, God, I'm too desperate to be denied right now. I need you to talk to me. I need you to show me a sign. As I'm sitting there on my knees, these three women come to me and they said, you know, God led us to pray with you.
Wow.
And I thought to myself, I don't know when, but it's going to happen. And I kept trying, and finally the doors opened. And when they opened, they opened at the right time. And I know that they opened at the right time because Goals Not Only Blessed was at the right time for me, but it was at the right time for ministry. It was at the right time for you. It was at the right time for the trainers. Goals was something that was it was a God idea because every single person in it got blessed, and I'm convinced it was a God idea. Not one person wasn't in a win-win for it, not one person. I think if anything, I'm just the blessed of all. You know, these trainers, especially Melinda, she totally inspired me. She was my captain. And if it wasn't for her, then this idea would have never even came to fruition.
Nice. Thank you.
And she was someone that I met at the gym, and I knew, I said, this is someone I got to keep in contact with. I knew from day one that he was my friend. And I would be down and stuff at work, and he would always lift me up with the words of encouragement. He would always lift me up. And to this day, the friendship began to grow and grow. Jen was someone I met out there, and ever since then, we've been stuck ever since. And it's truly been a blessing. But my prayer to God was something very simple. I said, God, I want this to be able to change people's lives. I said, I don't want this to just be something fitness, because fitness for me, I had a coach who used fitness to change lives. And he instilled that in us. And I said, so God, I know fitness is so much bigger than that. I said, God, allow fitness to give me the ideas and the creativity so that we can use fitness as a way to change people's lives. I know that you remember me saying that fitness was about fitness, and then you realize it became about every aspect of your life. And I'm going to share that with you now. There's something that just came into my heart. Because when I prayed that God would change lives, I said, help them to become world changers. Help them to become world changers, every single person. And I prayed so earnestly. You have no idea. And so I'll tell you a little story just so you can get a better illustration of goals being life-changing and how it's supposed to be life-changing and why it's supposed to be life-changing. You see, I'll start off with the man, and you may have heard this story, but just stick with me. It's about 2 minutes long. But there was a man, and he had a dream. He had a dream to change the world. And so he went to God and he said, God, help me change the world. And he prayed this prayer earnestly. And then he got a wife and kids, and he thought to himself, well, man, you know, I really didn't do very much to change the world yet. You know, maybe God, that dream was too big. Okay, God, so help me change my community. Okay, so the world was too big, so God, help me change my community. So he prayed this prayer earnestly to God. He said, God, help me change my community. And then he became a grandfather. Now his children had children. And so he said, you know what? I look back and I really did. I had this big dream to change the world, and I had this big dream to change the community. He said, those things are really not that important to me anymore, God. I mean, I want to, but right now, God, just help me save my family. It's about family now. He said, God, help me change my family. And he prayed that prayer so earnestly. And then he lied there on his deathbed. And he got an aha moment. And he said, aha, I get it. He said, all this time I was asking God to change the world, to help me change the world. He said, all this time I was asking God to help me change my community. He said, all this time I was asking God to help me change my family. When I get it now. I should have been asking God, God, change me so I can change my world. God, change me so I can change my community. God, change me so I can change my family. He said, I get it. He said, if I want to make any type of change in the world, he said, he left his family and his kids with a message as if he was commissioning them out. He said, listen, if you want to change anything, ask God to help you change you so that you can change everything in your life. That's what goals was about. That's what I mean when I said it was going to affect every aspect of your life. Because whether you realize it or not, you made a decision for you. It doesn't matter what your goal was. I don't care what your goal was. I just know that you had a goal in mind. I don't know if it was to get fit. I don't know if it was to feel good. I don't know if it was to get an environment that was encouraging. But you had something in mind, and it was about you. It was about helping you become better, so that you can be better for your family, so that you can be better for your community, so that you can be better for your world. I am convinced that everyone has a unique gift that they bring to the world, and you are the miracle. You are God's gift to the world. And so this time, when we bring it in, when we say, let's get it done, it's about something bigger than that. It's about something bigger than fitness. It's about God's purpose and God's plan for your life. It's about let's get that done. It's about the vision that God has given you. Let's get that done. It's about your family. Let's get that done. It's about your community. Let's get that done. Whatever it is, let's just get it done. It's bigger than fitness now. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Take us home.
I just want to thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much.
I think this is from the Lord, but done. You guys died to yourself and you stepped it up for us, and you exalted Christ in all every time we got together. Oh, one step at a time. I know I heard that a lot, and we have made some new friends.
Yeah.
Some new amazing friends. I didn't think that was going to happen, but I am so blessed. And this has been the most extreme workout I've had in my life, and the most extreme blessing. You guys are a huge blessing to all of us. I think I can speak for all of us. Thank you. Thank you so much, you guys.
Still got another mile.
Another mile.
Loud and clear, as loud as you can.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.